We're here.
I'm so excited!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm here with Yushi and we are at the Aoyama Welcome Center. This is the headquarters of Honda. Upstairs is where they do all their business stuff, but downstairs there's a really cool like showcase where you can see a lot of Honda's history, and today they actually have the Integra Type S, which I haven't looked at yet. I've been trying to avoid looking at it. We're gonna check it out. I have a predisposition to hating it, so
but I love it.
But Yushi loves it, and he is the ultimate Honda boy. So we are going to take a look at it. I'll give you guys my thoughts on what I think about it. Cool, because right behind us is the FL5 as well. So we'll be able to compare them directly, give you guys our thoughts. Ready?
Okay, ready.
Okay, here we go. There it is, there it is. So first glance, honestly, it kind of really does look like the FL5 actually. more than I was expecting, like just right here. Yeah.
It's like an aggressive version, right?
Aggressive-ish version, yeah.
American tasting.
In the pictures and in videos, I really don't like the headlights. I much prefer the headlights on the FL5.
Yeah, well, I also like the FL5 a lot, so...
Yeah, you like them enough to buy 5 of them.
I like this as well a lot.
Yeah, the front grille, like basically the grille, that kind of trapezoidal grille, and the lights, to me it kind of reminds me of the Corolla, actually. So that's why I kind of really didn't like it that much. In person, it actually looks better than I thought it would.
What do you think of the fender? Because you didn't like the fender on the video you said.
Yeah.
I personally think that it sort of looks natural, right? Like,
so the front fender does look nice. So I mean, the whole front fender is one piece, right?
Yes.
But the rear fender is this kind of tacked on part, which I don't really like. I believe like this part is they literally stick it on, right?
Yes, they stick it on.
Stick it on. So I really didn't like that. But I'm not sure how the actual fender itself is made.
Fender's actually the same as the normal Integra. And they just stick it on, so...
Okay, so let's take a look at the normal one over here. So literally the normal one,
still a nice car though.
What they do is they stick on the rear fender on it. Yeah, that's the least cool part about this car. Like
yes, I think that's what makes the FL5 special.
Much more special, in my opinion. I've basically fully bought into like the whole Type R thing.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. This car is not trying to be a Type R. It's a literally
Type S.
Type S over here, right? So it's kind of trying to be a little bit more of a cruiser, like a city cruiser, right?
Like a city cruiser that you can do sports-minded driving when you want to. And
it's purportedly kind of like a more luxurious car, but I feel like it's not luxurious enough, actually.
I think you need to sit inside.
Okay.
Compared to the Type R, just keep in mind this is different again, right?
Okay, yeah. What I really don't like is how the rear doesn't have like AC vents. Yeah, the interior doesn't have any AC vents. It is similar to the FL5 where it has just a cup holder.
Exactly.
So it's still a 4-seater.
It's really similar. It's really similar design. The leather's nice.
The leather is quite nice, yeah. So this car is now available for sale in the States, but it won't be sold here in Japan at all. This is a North America only model so far at least. To be honest, it looks better in person than I thought.
Yeah, it does
look a lot better, which is actually the same for the FL5, because when you look at the FL5 in videos and pictures, because of the proportions that you see through the lens of the camera, which is usually shooting at around like a focal length of 24 millimeters. In fact, right now I'm using 28 millimeter focal length. It doesn't look the same as in real life, because in real life, your eyes see at about a 50 millimeter focal length. But let's get in line so we can see what it's like inside. To me, this is what this car is. Okay, so FL5 on the left, you have like real sushi.
Yes.
And on the right, you have the American California roll version of the same thing. It's just a relatively accurate assessment.
I'm going to buy this car.
But it's only a North American model.
That's not a problem, I'll just get it imported.
So after we take a look at the interior, we're going to explain why Type R is special compared to the rest of the models in the Honda lineup, and also comparing it to just, Japanese automotive industry and JDM culture as a whole, I personally think Type R is the strongest marque. It's the brand that never sold out, but we'll talk about that in just a little bit.
I'm actually looking for this car right now.
So you're actually gonna really import this. You might be one of very, very few people in Japan who has this car.
Yeah, I already asked one of my family members of America to just look for one for me. But I don't know if we can find it because this car is so new.
I think you can find it. I think there'll just be like a bit of a markup.
Yeah, but that's why I don't want to pay the markup too much. So I might have to wait a while.
Yeah.
But I'll wait. I think I like to take my girlfriend and drive in this car rather than the FL5. Because I'll keep the FL5, like put loud exhaust. It'll just be a bit uncomfortable, but this car, I'll keep it comfortable and sort of nice to drive around. Probably keep the stock exhaust because the stock exhaust sounds quite nice as well.
Yep.
It's that sort of car.
You can just leave it stock. Leave it stock.
Yeah, leave it stock.
Yeah. All right. You can take a look inside. So it has a kind of similar startup, but it doesn't have the Type R gauge cluster. Interior-wise, yeah. Okay. The shifting feels really good.
Is it the same as the FL5?
Yeah. And this is like embossed as well.
Yeah, I think the seats are comfortable, right?
Yeah, the interior is really
comfortable.
nice. I don't know if it's more comfortable, but it's nice.
It is definitely more comfortable. It doesn't have the bolster, so it's not a sports seat at all. It's not a sports car. No.
Yeah, it's definitely
not a sports
definitely
car.
Not as bolstered. Definitely not as bolstered. Looks pretty good. Okay, I'm kind of changing my mind about it a bit. I don't like how this is like plastic. At least this part is that kind of similar to the Type R. But I don't like how this is plastic here as well. So they cut corners a lot, but there are a lot of things that are leather wrapped, which is nice. I still think overall the FL5 is nicer. Arigatou gozaimasu.
I think it's how it's designed is different. I think that's the whole idea of this, right? Because that's more of like luxury, nice, comfortable seats.
Yep.
These are sports seats, so you can throw around and you won't move.
Yep.
So I personally like them both for what they are, because they're different designed.
But
cars.
the FL5, I feel like it's, for one thing, it had like so much history behind it. It has so much it had to live up to. Meanwhile, the Integra Type S, they had the Integra nameplate, and they decided to go a completely different direction compared to what everyone was expecting, which I think a lot of people were hoping for like a successor to like the DC2 or the DC5. Instead, we get like a modern day DB8, which you love. But the FL5, I feel like, is the ultimate expression of like the Civic Type R, at least for this generation of gasoline-powered cars. And I love how focused it is. I feel like every single crease on the body, the shape of everything is so much more considered than the Type S, which feels a little bit more of an afterthought. Sounds so good. Let's sit inside the FL5 again.
Yeah. I love these seats though.
Me too, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, we're in the FL5 again. Okay, to be honest.
Yeah, like more and more I look at it compared to the Integra.
Yep.
I like this interior a lot.
Right?
But I feel like like I said, Integra interior is more luxurious. It has more like luxury taste to it, but this has like more of a focused look onto it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. This
it's more focused. It's more for sports driving. It's for racing.
Yep.
Other ones sort of like for cruiser.
Yeah, the other one's like, oh, this part is leather wrapped. Oh, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
And this part is like this weird shape, kind of cuts into that. It's a little bit more. It's not going to age as well, I think, because this dashboard is so clean, uncluttered, simple. It almost feels like it has like the same design philosophy from like the more old school cars. Because like look how simple like this dash is. It's just straight. And this down here, this is just a slab. I like how this is actually like a piece of aluminum. That's really nice. This is aluminum. I wish this was aluminum, then I would be happy. Like you're saying like it's gonna get hot, but dude, this is aluminum, so I mean this will get quite hot probably. So why couldn't they make this aluminum? And this should be aluminum. This should be aluminum. If that would take it
to
over
touch
top.
that's aluminum, that's too hot. Because that's a place you touch a lot, I think.
That's true, but maybe for example, actually I would still want it to be aluminum. Or maybe aluminum on the outside with like this part is like rubber.
But it's not though.
Yeah. I can live with it. I can live with it. I love how like other touch points like this This is a solid
Do you know why
slab.
this is not
good.
aluminum as well? I have a feeling.
Why?
Because of the weight.
Or the white?
The weight. Because it doesn't need to be aluminum. What's the point of being aluminum?
The point is the touch point feels good as a
well, another thing that's not the whole concept of Type R though, is it?
Right.
Because it's lightweight is the whole concept of the car, right? It's not how it touches and stuff, right?
And I do like how the Type R has always had like this concept. It has like, you kind of know what Type R is. You know, it's focused. It's focused on pure driving pleasure and performance. Whereas something like that Type S is kind of like, it's to me it's too.
This is not for driving pleasure, by the way. It's a race car.
This is driving pleasure too. I feel like
no,
because if they never
it's more focused on racing though. Not
I think
pleasure.
we get that impression.
That's a pleasure car. This is a race car.
Well, I disagree because I think until that was announced.
You can't disagree though.
Well,
because this is Type R.
Yeah, but this became that after that came out. You know what I mean?
No. Type R is a race car from the get-go, from Integra Type R. So it's a race car that you can take to the racetrack, but still drive it daily, right?
Yeah.
If you want driving pleasure, that's the car you want. But you like racing as well, so if you want to track it,
this is the car I get.
Way better.
God, I love this car. Yep, I love it so much, man.
Me too.
I actually love it so much. I cannot wait for our cars. Like,
me too.
This is like,
but
so exciting.
I like them both.
Yep.
But FL5, I love it even more.
Same.
It's the best car.
It is.
I have to agree with that.
Here's my assessment of this car. Like this car, like the FL5, you buy this, you keep it for 20 years and kind of like you pass it on to your kid. I don't think you do it with that car, with the Type S. That's like you own the car for like 6 years, 6 or 7 years. And then you're like, okay, I'll switch to something else. Because once you get into that kind of luxury segment, it's like you need the latest and greatest, right? You need like what's new and cool.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole idea of this car is different, right?
Yeah.
This is a race car.
Yeah. It's a race car.
Yeah.
This got the best feeling shifter outside of the 2000. So, you know, at the end of the day, we saw both the cars. For me, there's no contest. FL5 wins because there's no contest.
I don't think there's winning or losing in this whole thing because it's two different cars, right? One's a touring car.
Yep.
One's a race car oriented car.
And you know what? I totally agree with you. And here's my point that I'm trying to make. It's like online, especially on like the FL5 Civic Type R forums, you know, a lot of people are being like, oh, the ITS is like much better. It's definitely a car that I would rather have over the FL5. As if you're comparing it apples to apples, which to me, it's like you can't because it's not the same thing.
It's just, I think it gets the personal preference because I see why some people like the Integra better than the Civic, but that's vice versa, right?
Yeah.
But me and ALBO like Type R better because we like driving.
We're all in on like the whole Type R. We love driving, but I'm so in on the heritage and the brand identity of it. So
I definitely agree there. So I don't think there's winning and losing in this situation. Like which car's better? I think it's at the end of the day, you choose the car you want to drive at your preference.
Yeah.
Luxury car, Integra.
Yeah.
If you want a more sports-minded car, buy the Civic.
But I would say the FL5. History's gonna look at it as the more special car. I
think so too.
Yep.
That's because it's a Type R.
Yeah.
You can't beat a Type R.
No, you can't.
It's a flagship car of Honda.
And
that's super true. Like I think it's at the moment. I think it's just you can choose which car, but if you look at it in the long run of history, everyone will talk about the FL5. I think Integra Type S. I don't think everybody will talk about in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
That's the end of the story.
That's it.
That is true.
Yeah. So that's great. Let's wrap it up here. I personally, after seeing both cars, I'm even more excited for my FL5 to come in, but I will concede that the Type S is pretty cool. I just not a huge fan of it being built in America. I know you're gonna say that this car was basically, it's a world platform, so even for the FL5, a lot of the components were made overseas, like the engine is from, the gearbox and the engine, they're both made in Ohio.
This is more JDM.
Yeah.
This is actually more JDM than Type R then.
Yep. But that being said, you know, to me, there is something about a car being built in Japan. I do think that the quality, maybe like the manufacturing process is very similar, but the hands that touch it.
Well, it's all the suspension work and like how the gearbox is mounted.
Which
they all do it by hand. So that
done here in Japan. Yeah.
I want to believe it's better.
Yep.
But you know.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we're just buying too much into the whole JDM brand and made in Japan brand.
Well, soon we'll get both, so we'll test it out.
That's true. That's gonna happen. So that's our first look at the Integra Type S, especially compared to the Type R. Let us know what you guys think, which one you guys want to buy, which one would you guys buy, and do you agree with our assessments of these cars? That's always the answer. All right, guys, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't done yet so, please subscribe and like this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.